A lot of things that Michael Eric Dyson said on The View, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm getting tired that this collective thought that we all think the same. I actually used to agree with a lot of things to Michael Eric Dyson until the Bill Cosby, not the trial, before Bill Cosby came out and talked about the stereotypes that back 2004 or 5. You know what I'm saying, the N word, stuff that I complain about. And this dude went on full blast. Shut up. This dude went on a full blast. Um, this dude went on a full blast, attack on Bill Cosby. Now I don't know if Bill Cosby was guilty or innocent, but I'm just saying before the came out, I'm about 2004, because I was glad somebody older was telling these people stop using the N word, learn how to speak. And yes, sometimes I don't speak English correctly. That's on my part. It's not because of my mixed black DNA, because none of us are pure black. When I was growing up, if anyone knows my story, I grew up middle class, and my family taught me to speak proper English. So when the demographic, because I went to a only white school, okay. My community on the other side of the community was divided. It was socially segregated. In the town we're from, next to Houston, is the color side, and I said color because we came all different shades, sides, and colors. That's why I defend Michael Jackson's kids, because I saw kids, people who look like that growing up. You know what I'm saying? As you know, my background is African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, and American descent, and there are people, especially a lot of Creoles, non-Creoles as well, who have mixed heritage. I saw those who like folks like white people. I saw people like West Night Dogs, I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? I saw those like white people, white as I don't know what. I saw folks who like in between, different shades came like myself. I saw those who like compatible Hispanic. I ain't no Mexican, I'm Creole, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I saw different shades of people, different hair textures. I didn't grow up everybody all look alike. That's why I don't, when I talk about our people, I let folks be educated. We don't all look alike, okay? So the color community, black identified but mixed community, okay? And the white community was some Hispanics mixed inside, okay? And so when my school became predominantly mostly Latino, a lot of white folks left on the other side. They gentrified their own selves. They did a white flight and went to like out there to Spring, Texas, uh, what's it called, Kima, Friendswood, Clear Lake, mostly white suburban areas, but Texas, Kingwood, yes. And then they don't, that's why we have gentrification going on now, and because I live in the main side of Houston now, in the central part of Houston, what I'm saying? It's coming, I mean, I'm talking about in the loop areas where most of the minorities live, most of white in those areas, but minorities, Africans and Hispanic, Asian, whatever, moved in, white folks moved out, but since it never lets you know why they're doing gentrification, to change the subject. Um, it's funny that if you be late, accidental, they penalize you. But when it's one of them, let's be real. When it's one of those pure white people, be late, or those if they got some in them and passing, um, they um they will excuse them the traffic, whatever, and they'll move out there like in Cyprus, you know what I'm saying, way out there to get away from Lenore. That's kind of like it is, and the resources of those communities go away. For example, in South Park, where South Park Mexican Carlos Carr was living, mostly African American descent. Now it's about to be both African and Hispanic. But when I was coming up, because I had my great aunts live in South Park, it was mostly white people in the early 80s and before I was born in 79. So therefore, you see what I'm saying? But they moved out in time, people of color come out. That's when in those resources would protect the crime and everything goes away, and then you have some Lawrence ain't voting. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They vote for presidential, but not vote for local areas. So those people who in those other areas vote those things out, and then the police really don't do anything unless they want to harass you. There's crime, there's thugs, there's cholos, there's gangsters, all that ghetto body, that stuff. Okay, that's why folks don't know. They tell that. So the reason why they gentrified going back to Houston and going in like the fifth ward, third ward, second ward, just going the body, like the body. You know what I'm saying? And in those in fourth ward where Island Parkway is, you know what I'm saying, where the projects, you know what I'm saying? They get in those areas in West Dallas because it's hard to go to work in downtown medical center, to make that money. Okay, so because if a person who's riding the bus, especially for the color or the transportation, they get late, and then they notice their white counterparts get late from work, that is an EOC lawsuit if they get penalized and they don't. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So to avoid that problem, is try to tax the gentrification in urban minority areas. Okay, and get them out if they ain't pay them taxes, particularly those who out there gang banging and thugging, like I talk about South Los Angeles. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and I've been, yeah. That's why I said y'all too busy doing your own clean act, calling each other N words and W words down there. Okay, that too busy thugging, cholo thugging, whatever. That's why in California they identify your asses out of. Yes, out of and Inglewood and South, it was South Central and East LA, all them places, Compton. Y'all too busy doing a black and brown fight and y'all both related, okay? That's why them white folks over here, one of them N's and W's in them areas, okay? So back to Houston. So if you're too busy thugging, and I'm not saying everybody, don't everybody in those schools are thugging, but they get a lot of attention in the news, cooning in the news, potentially cooning, okay? So if Kanye was talking about today, yeah, y'all choose to be slaves today. I ain't even talking about back in the day with force and for people to store the Bible to keep. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about by choice after the 1965, 64 civil rights bill was signed. Okay, so let's be real. Okay, so therefore, yes, so that's why. So in my area to go change such that's what you know everybody know. That's why they gentrified, build them nice lots that I try to live in without no section A with my own damn money. The one that would deny me jobs doing the bush area because I put a high paying positions, and I don't have a Devontae and all those unique names. Okay, if you saw my name, it sounds very Anglo. The part of me that you don't look that I don't look like. Okay, down my family tree. So when I walk in the room and I don't look like blonde, blue eye Brad Pitt. Okay, all right. It's time to throw the resume. I know, play please. They're not. Oh, he not. And you have minorities in the HR department doing the same thing. And I ain't no buck dancing. Okay, I ain't no ass kisser. I respect you, respect me, type one. Knows I do my job. But if you're gonna talk to me crazy, be prepared. Yeah, that's why. Okay, and I'm bipolar type one. Okay, there you go. All right. So then let's get to the subject. Going back to the subject. So growing up in the area, okay, growing up in the area, when they demographic changed, becoming Hispanic, you heard more urban music. That's when gangsta the good hip hop. It had the good hip hop and bad hip hop came in, and folks was talking slang. And so when I come speaking proper English, I got made fun. I got made fun of. I was made fun of because I said in proper English. I was made fun of. So, and I was learning Spanish later on. So in high school, you know what I'm saying, learning my language, and I know that was in my family tree, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So that's that these had that so I was speaking so called Ebonics in Spanish at the same time. And so when people heard me speak, oh, you sound like a white dude, and I was getting made fun of, and I would mention, yeah, I do have white ancestry. Oh, we see why. You know what I'm saying? That people start making fun. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's the reason why the so-called Ebonics come out of me, okay? Because my grandfather, who's on my dad's side, who's darker than me, who was he dark skinned, dark chocolate, was a Native and Black ancestry and French Creole because parents were from Louisiana. He was born in Houston. Was tell you been to school today? Why are you speaking like that? Okay, and they said, well, at school, that's how we talk. Of course, in English class, you don't talk like that, but around your social surroundings, you're speaking slang and speaking Spanish. Okay, so that's why I speak that way. I speak that way. So that's why it comes out of me. It's no different than Cardi B. Cardi B, I believe by choice, talk like that because of her surroundings. Okay, she know how to speak proper English, but that Spanglish and that New York Ebonics come out. Okay, come on. Okay, that's why. So I understand because my aunt. Oh, I used to hate getting corrected so many damn times and nitpick about that. So that's the reason why. Okay, because I ain't know when I was growing up as a child, I didn't have no problem speaking proper English. Okay, and I never forget my half siblings on my mom's side. They we would talk on the phone with their friends, and I never get my brothers. My second young older brother's about my complexion. My other brother's darker than me, darker than both of us. Okay, and those are my half siblings, and my sister's darker than me too. So on my mom's side, I'm my own dad's child. So when I would call on the phone and speak, uh, one of the brothers said, "Who is white boy talking on the phone?" You know, tell my brother, "Who is white? You got a white boy on that song?" I said, and they would say, "No, he not. You know, this name. When we do have white in our ancestry, we do whatever." I see why they wasn't so open about talking about that mixed ancestry living in those areas. Okay, anyway, point is, well, I'm sorry, I didn't grow up in the hood. Okay, think I went to integrated school, mostly white, and they don't became Hispanic, so that's why I have an issue talking about my multiracial background, okay? And Mariah Carey, and you know, and Tiger Woods was popping at the time, and Shamar Moore and Tyson Bell. Okay, come on, their influence, and Benjamin Brad, who's also mixed with, you know, the mix, and you know, saying, and Kyle Reed. Thank you, come on now, God dog it. That's what I grew up in '90s when the multiracial movement was being big. Okay, so therefore, you know what I'm saying. Thank you. That's why I had no issue. I grew up in the hood, but I'm not even trying to adapt to the damn hood. Anyway, point is, I wasn't okay. I was growing middle class, especially in the '80s when the Reagan days. Okay, so point is, when I heard, and yes, people say you speak Ebonics, that is because I screw up on my own because I was getting made fun of and bullied about it, okay? And that's the reason why, and like I said, mostly Latino and African descent, the white folks become a minority in our area. And you know, you had the good hip hop and the good R&B, the SWV, and their urban music was getting big at the time. You know what I'm saying? And the rock industry was only grunge. Okay, then you had the gangster rap, then you had the cholo, the gang in our area. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the thug life, and you had the Mavida Loca. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So that's where I grew up. That's why I mostly at the time pop music was getting to be before Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys. You know what I'm saying? Pop music was kind of dying. Of course, Madonna kind of took a break. You have a mixed woman named Mariah Carey, black identified mixed woman who more camera skin. What's her name? Whitney Houston. Dummy. She kind of took a break at the time before because of the heyday in the '80s. You know what I'm saying? The Janet Jackson kind of song. You know what I'm saying? So most people was into R&B and hip hop at the time, and then Latin music started to intervene. Do you understand? So that's the reason why, and that was my surrounding. Okay, grew up in that time. Okay, let's be real. That's you know what I'm saying. So I was listening to, of course, there's the pop music. Okay, you know what I'm saying. But the time I was listening to R&B, hip hop, and Latin, especially the Hano music. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So I'm speaking Spanish and I'm speaking so-called Ebonics. I hate to use the term Ebonics, but so-called Ebonics. Okay, slang. And that's what come out. And sometimes I have to be careful when I go to work speaking because I mostly did office clerical. That you have to change your and I did the hand work. You know what I'm saying? The office work, not the phone work. And I had to change my tone of voice, not tone of voice, but change my way of speaking sometimes. So I had to go back to 1980s when I was mostly, you know what I'm saying, Anglo-Saxon pride. You get my point. So when I grew up and I said, wait a minute, this is holding me back from economic and opportunities. We do need to speak proper English. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I grew up, and even when I was in David L. Colossus Jogger Center, when I got most of us come in of different shades, and those who are black can come in, and you know what I'm saying, in 2005, and you had those from the hood, especially from the south. They brought some folks from the south, okay, and from up north, but he had some, oh Lord. And I had, you know what I'm saying, people making fun of me, then talking about I talk like white, you know what I'm saying? Do you get my point? And you know what I'm saying? You the hood brothers, you don't come in calling me nigga in front of everybody, and the staff ain't doing shit about it. To point, I wish I had a gunshot. Do you get my point? So, and Latinos who thought that we all was, they oh, that he different from them. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I didn't grow up in that area, okay? And my grandparents, they grew up in the 1930s and 40s. Their mentality was different. My mother lived from the country to the hood, but my dad lived in Houston, so he grew up during the not being it, even not the bash both my parents, but my grandma on my dad's side. I said, you were with her? You're talking about my mother. You know what I'm saying? We didn't all the women you dated. We never thought that you know what I'm saying. And that my grandmother said to my mom. Okay, so on my dad's side, so and actually my grandma and my mom on my mom's side did not at the time that was not getting along. So you get my point. So when I grew up, and let me tell my business, but I want folks to relate to where I'm coming from. That's why I tell my business. So point is because y'all start making judgments and don't understand what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about it. Okay, point is, I tell you the real deal. So truth of the matter is, that's the reason why when I grew up speaking proper English, I was getting made fun of. Of course, around my colored middle class area, it was we used to make fun of ghetto people in our middle class area. Okay, made fun of folks on crack or on welfare. Never thought it would happen to me, not be on crack, but be on welfare. And never thought I felt like the movie Gothica would Halle Berry. Never thought I'd be in the project. No, I never thought that. Never. And my record is clean. But see, instead, Republicans stay in Texas. To answer to yes, I do look at the many states why some of our people still living in the ghetto. It's a mentality issue, okay? As I'm reading from Think and Grow Rich, the Black Choice, okay? Because even when I came here in the projects, folks were talking about, oh, you think you all that? It was paid on me. And I'm like, no, that's how I am. I wasn't raised like the one I never get my iron because I left it on for a long time. It burnt out. So I went around the area asking, do anybody have an iron? And one of my homegirls, little sister, said, excuse me, black folks don't iron their clothes. I said, where I'm from, we do. I don't know what you talking about. We don't come out wrinkled clothes. You see what I'm saying? So you get my point. So that's why. So when I heard Bill Cosby speaking, of course I heard that old voice from my old family on my dad's side who believe stop living in the inferior complex, rise up. We fought for integration to rise up. It wasn't integration that is wrong. It was our people bringing in inferior, especially from the black nationalism. Okay, Marcus Garvey had it doggone Klan beaten, and June 22nd, 1922. Okay, and then the Nation Islam was paid by the Ku Klux Klan, H.L. Hunt. That's thank you. And even I read the book, the Inside Nation Islam by Verba L. White, because this was during the Michael Jackson trial, and I was trying to tell people you're attacking this man based on a Garveyism standpoint. And it was like, okay, you were falsely accused of sexual abuse. Ha ha, that's what you get for not living your place. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just looking at the case that was the man, young man was sexual abuse or not. Not be, what Michael Jackson did, his complexion, did all that. That's got nothing to do. That have nothing to do with the case. Y'all going by that, so I know your argument is biased. Okay, you're not going by facts whether he did it or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going by. And when I start seeing loopholes, as more people start talking about the racial and his skin tone, I said that has nothing to do with the case. Whether he molested a young man or not, that's what I'm looking at. The facts, not opinion. So when y'all start to hold up, let me read this book, and I never forget on rickross.com. Not Rick Ross the rapper. I'm talking about the white man who does a coke. Remember, I was going with having spiritual abuse, with coming from a Protestant background and going to a Catholic upbringing, kind of belief system, and people attacking me. And so I was reading books based on religion and cults, how folks destroy the Bible, a lot of other stuff. You know what I'm saying, on the DL, okay? Because I have to be careful reading from folks who was trying to report that in my family. And so when I was going on sites, going on the co-consultant with Rick Ross, I saw, hold on, they had a book about Inside Nation Islam by Verbal L. White. Used to be Verbal Muhammad, one of the members, former members who almost got death threats from writing this book and leaving that cult. And when I read that book during the Michael Jackson trial, right after he won 2005, I was going to Apostle College. I said, uh-huh. They was exploiting because they said Gaddafi gave money to Farrakhan, and that money never came to the community. You know what I'm saying? And for real. And yes, read that. But it's been a while. I have it up in here in my apartment. I click it, especially coming up, and I cleaned everything so that means when I get on my damn nerves. Point is, so that's the response that when I'll try to get the book. So yeah, please by Verbal L White, formerly known as Verbal Muhammad. I think he part Belizean, so he is part Afro Latino. You know what I'm saying? So cause Belize is but the beliefs, whatever you, yeah, I'm saying. So the point is, But point is, he wrote that book, and I read that. And I said, and I started to read about that, how Farrakhan took the idea from Wallace Muhammad, not Wallace Farr. Wallace Muhammad, remember Elijah Muhammad named his son at the Massa, a fraud, okay, a fraud who made the nation Islam, who like almost like a dark haired white man. They thought he was a light skinned Mexican, a Mexican or part Asian. That's why I know the man was part black because he was a light skinned, to a point he could pass. But he had that dark hair, that mixed DNA. They thought he was a Mexican or either part Asian, part white. But yes, he the one found the nation Islam. And I said, oh, and see, in Islam, they don't believe that a man can be a God. Like we believe that Jesus was born of God in the flesh. Okay, they don't believe in that. But Elijah Muhammad believed that Wallace Farr was God, was Allah. And so he named his son Wallace Muhammad. So when Wallace Muhammad did my rich by Islam, he said he couldn't believe that that Master Farr, should I say, was God. And so due to his belief, so he separated from his mom because his mom was trying to tell him, go ahead and believe what your dad. He said, no, I cannot. And the mother couldn't talk to him. While it broke Wallace Muhammad's his son, Elijah's son's heart, and his daddy wanted to talk to him. So he made his own nation Islam, where he include white people and other races as well. So he was going to have a Million Man March back in '95, and Farrakhan heard it and took the idea and made it right after the OJ trial. So yeah, baby, I've been keeping up with this stuff. Yes, I do. So going back to this with Bill Cosby, that's why I believe that Bill Cosby was telling the truth about the not the case. I know what case I'm talking about, when he was saying that about Walla Andrea and ghetto names. And yes, he was right. Look what's going on now. We saw Black Lives Matter. We got Trump. You know what I'm saying? As president, the hip hop that they distorted dumbed us down. I'm calling it like it is. And I agree with Drake putting the black face to remind us of our history. That's why he did that. Okay, y'all get on my nerves because y'all portraying the black face every time y'all act those stupid stereotypes, purposely being slaves by choice. So anyway, so Michael Dyson went against it. I said, dude, I can't go with you no more. You couldn't. When he tried to play the thug angel, it felt like that he was exploiting Tupac. So going back to the view, what got me uproar when he said that black folks are morally conservative, and I will bet some of me is morally conservative. If you talk about a moral conservative on a Christian, most of my views, because I'm not a pastor, I became a Cat 13. Okay, but in American sense, since America is a WASP dominated white Anglo-Saxon Protestant cultured country, no, I'm not a conservative because I'm not a Protestant and I'm not pure Caucasian. You see what I'm saying? I don't look like my white ancestor. You know what I'm saying? So do you get my point? So when I saw this, I said, nah, bro, let me explain why you saying this. And I put it on Facebook. I'm no longer on the American South, not mostly like Louisiana and Florida, and I forgot to include Maryland, but in Florida, in Louisiana is mostly Catholic because of Spaniard and the French dominate those areas. The English were mostly Protestant. You see what I'm saying? The English, they had English Catholics, but they killed them. Like for they're saying they burnt their house. The Pilgrims, yeah, that's why they had to go to Maryland and make their own. It's called Maryland because our Blessed Mother. Okay, do you understand? So the truth of the matter is, in Texas, yes, but Texas got stolen from Mexico by white Anglos and Protestant slave masters. Okay, because they was not agreeing with the anti-slave law in Mexico. So our culture, that is the black culture, which is very mixed, it's not a true. Remember, a lot of folks don't know our African ancestors in those areas was stripped out of their culture, their religion, and their names and all that. So they had to adapt, forced to adapt to an Anglo-Saxon Protestant culture. The stuff that we eat, the soul food was made later on, invented through a white Anglo-Saxon lifestyle. Okay, Anglo-Saxon Protestant lifestyle. The ideas and belief system is based on that. At the same time, we have a theory complex that was taught by our elders from our other elders, both mixed and pure black ancestors, whether part white, part white, part black Native American, or part black and Native American, and also as well dark skin, light skin. They was brainwashed by our white Anglo-Saxon Protestant slave owners to keep that. They was taught not to critique that or to question, because it was like questioning God, because the slave master taught the white man, and the slave master and God was the same person, even though I mean say ideology. If you, and that's why when Harriet Tubman, when she read the Old Testament, that slavery was abomination. With they call her female Moses, Grandma Moses, because she read that interpretation. What they was teaching slavery verses of the Bible was going against these white peoples who was teaching that. Okay, so when they was going to get the slaves out of the plantation, the slaves was scared. Remember, they spiritually abused these slaves. They taught that if the slaves come out the plantation, either the white man gonna do something to slave catchers or them, or God was gonna do something to them, and if it happened, it was justified by the Bible based on their interpretation. So that's why some of our people, because remember, during segregation, and they start to do it, many folks did not want to get out of segregation because they thought something bad was going to happen. Once again, that God damning them. Okay, not to call cuss God's name out. Damnation was in the Bible before they said condemnation. Okay, that God was going to damn them. God was going to do something to them. Okay, so no, I'm not cussing God out, but that's what they was taught in their head. So, but we had Martin King, who went to seminary school, who started to read that he was selected texts in the Bible that distort the, you know what I'm saying? Because you had preachers who was teaching this mess no different than Nat Turner before he got his behind whipped. Okay, was teaching spell masters and all that. That's the whole reason why. So that's why we debunk Kanye, because Kanye is being stupid. He been enslaved by a choice of Donald Trump, and so is Pusha T. So to put that blackface as a protest by Drake to make fun of Drake and ruin his career, shut up. Okay, I ain't trying to get involved in no gangster scheming from them gangster bullshit, but I'm from Houston, and we know Jay Prince. All I gotta say, that's the Houston version of Suge Knight. You better leave that alone. That's why he told Drake that they couldn't get involved in it. So Pusha T and Cool and Kanye, and that you can get your white master involved in this mess, you better leave that mess alone, because that's like the Suge Knight of Houston, Texas. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. Okay? Okay? Let me leave that alone. Okay? So point is, the truth of the matter is, okay? You better leave that alone, y'all. Two coons for Trump. You better leave that alone. That camera skin, but with them eyes, them dark piercing eyes, you better leave that alone. Leave that alone. They line fácil. No comprendes. Okay, I have to go and speak Spanish. You can't understand that. Anyway, point is, hopefully Drake get his career back. Okay, do it that mess. And no, he can't do it because I'm defending Drake. Sorry, I just want to bring his name up. Point is, let's get to the subject, okay? So anyway, talking about Jay Prayer, I ain't trying to get involved in that mess. I know when them appear the eyes, yes, baby, them eyes. Yeah, them eyes. Ooh, Jesus. Okay, point is, anyway, to the subject. So, point is, going back to the subject, so they was taught that that slavery was part of life. You can't get out of it. It was God ordained. You see what I'm saying? So these ideas, even though slavery ended, our elders got those ideas from their ancestors who were slaves. Okay, and so if you came from a freedman family, 9, 10, you probably had a bad way of life. We came from plantation, even they couldn't get, they chose not to come out after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. Okay, it says a lot. Okay, yeah, you have folks to break away, but that's my point. So going back to saying they're more the conservative, if their culture is considered on the Protestant sense, and I'm talking about white Anglo-Saxon conservative Protestant sense, that is the reason why that we are failing. Okay, I'm sorry to say that. Okay, the same people believe that you should stay in your place. You should not get off from your seat. You know what I'm saying? You get off of, you're not private toll. And actually, you're supposed to not know a high yellow. It was a Creole Protestant, not evangelical, not Catholic. Man, I forgot his last name, Micho. He the one that set up Martin Luther King to get the FBI involved. Yes, he is. It got exposed. I saw it on Twitter, on my Twitter couple days weeks ago, and he was the one that set up Martin Luther King to get killed and was getting watched by the FBI. For real. That's for real. And he was a minister. He was a minister. He was a Protestant minister. Okay, you understand? You had that's why I push a T brother was on 700 Club, um, and Pat Robertson was and Farrell was the main ones going against Martin Luther King. Okay, for real, they were talking about the only time they tell a brother not to get mixed religion and politics when it involves a brother. When it mixed religion and politics involves white folks, because they came together during Reagan days. You see what I'm saying? That's why we had Reagan as president. They're the one. That's why Trump is president, because he had the white evangelical president vote. Okay, and many of our brothers and sisters with their belief systems said, why they have it? They back. Excuse me, their interpretation of the Bible did not defend your legacy, you idiots. Sorry to say it like that. That's why I became. That's why I left the. That's why I left the Protestant became, because I saw that even as a child, I saw when my grandmother had that inferiority complex. You know what I'm saying? Let's say when I started converting and I came left her belief system, I had more pride in myself. I started to learn about my multiracial background. It's like the truth came out. I'm sorry. The ninth day was epiphany for me. I was 13 at the time, because I was approaching my adulthood a couple of years later. I see that a lot. Okay, it was 93 was epiphany for me at 13 years old, going on 14. I never forget that. I tell myself that a lot. I started to break away because I was an adolescent. I started to break away from childhood. You know what I'm saying? I started maturing. That's one thing my grandma, for those that not like the family parent, they like that because I break away from their own ways because the way they changed was changing them. So what happened is, going back to the situation, our people think that voting Democrat, but not participating in the belief system of it. Okay, the white folks do it for me. That's the reason why that we fell it. Okay, it's not that voting Democrat. If you favor our works is there. Okay, these people believe that faith what works, faith without works is going to take care. No, 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 no. Faith, no, that's why as a Catholic, I believe this St. James said in the Bible, faith without works is dead. Besides you just voting Democrat and think the white folks, the white liberals gonna take care of no, 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 no. You have to take care of everything. That's why that's one thing I can get mad about Obama not taking care of some of our people. Okay? Not someone like myself who was on welfare trying to get the heck out of welfare. You had people potentially want, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why he helped the gay people, the LGBT, and the Syrians and Hispanics, faith for our works is dead. And I see why the folks in the community want to lay low and not do nothing. And I'm sorry, it wasn't all of us. Okay? I got relaxed, but I still had my mind trying to get out the gate. I still work during the bomb, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bomb administration. Okay, I still work. You know what I'm saying? I still try to went to school. Yeah, I got a little lazy here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I still was pushing. I kept pushing. I kept pushing. I kept pushing because even folks here in the private were saying, "You what? Because it's what's making you want to work compared to these people here? Because of my faith. Because I don't believe like them. My belief system is different from them. I know a man cannot eat. Man cannot eat. Cannot. Oh, does not work. Does not eat. But these folks, and I'm sorry, and Eric Dyson is one of them. I'm sorry to say he's a liberal Protestant. He's not conservative, but he's one of Hotep, them pushing preachers who them hustling preachers who you get 10% of their income to, and you remain in poverty while they drive a nice Bentley, folks. They preach the prosperity gospel. The prosperity gospel is not true. That's why that Joe Osteen got some of y'all hooked up. Okay, down here in Houston, when we had Hurricane Harvey, that man didn't care about your behind. I'm gonna cuss up here. Y'all don't want to say he didn't care. I couldn't, Lord forgive me. He didn't care about your ass. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He was living good in River Oaks while y'all was drowning in that water, wading in that water. Besides the Memorial Wasp City area, okay, they didn't care about your behind. Talking about they Christian was getting their houses messed up. Okay, because in the hood, we didn't get flooded. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all was going in there and giving that white man your 10, 20, 50%, just like you get some butt dancing brother down there in your in the some Baptist or some Kojic church who while they driving a nice house, living good, you're behind still living in the hood, not working on Section 8 on food stamps purposely not trying to find a job. You listen to everything he says instead of critiquing everything, instead of testing everything. And how was good with that same Paul told Thessalonians. St. Paul put it in the Bible that God allowed in the Bible. He said, test everything how was good. Oh, don't question. It's gonna come one day. No, baby. Faith without works is dead. It's not gonna come if you don't put no works into it. Okay? That's the whole reason why. And prosperity gospel means your prosperity be in heaven, not on earth. You listen to some brother who saw her got that message from some white man. Okay, let's be real. By some white man who distort the scripture, who see you as inferior, okay? Because when they were teaching prosperity gospel to the white folks who were doing slavery, they talking about them stealing stuff from the Americans and making it their own, and you working for them. That's what they exactly teaching it. And they talking about you'll get your milk and honey, like my grandfather who's announced it told me that the white man would tell the slave, you'll get your milk and honey and your golden slippers, your golden sandals in heaven, not on earth, while they was having on earth. That's what they was storing that Bible for you. If you look at, you was reading stuff, and the one thing I love watching the Jeffersons, when the old Butler, old Protestant minister came was dating Florence. You remember? And I remember I was dealing with spiritual issues in '97 with anti-Catholicism. And I never forget that I broke away from the process and started to go revert back to my Catholic beliefs, but still had a little questions about it. And I'm glad because I started to find out what was right and wrong. And so I started to believe in apologetics the next year in '99. Shout out to Mary S. Caldonner, Mary Alex Caldonner book, Twisted Scripture. And I started to read from Catholic answers and everything else later on. And in '97, when I almost went revert back to my old belief system, and I broke away, it was right after Josiah Versace had got killed, and before Princess Di had died. And I never forget that what it was watching the Jefferson and God using this, even though that Florence Roth said, "Hi, damn, okay." When she was dating the brother was trying to be all preachy. I don't eat that. I don't dress like woman. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff, very controlling, and even cursed and said, "Oh, God, forgive me." You know what I'm saying? And then she almost got married. You know what I'm saying? She changed her persona. You know, she wasn't. And when he was when he when Florence not Florence what's her name Louise gave this negligee, this lingerie. Oh, a woman shit. This is for the bedroom for him. Okay, not for the whole world to see. And a woman shit not wear it. How dare you? And um, he called her out her name. So first, wait, hold up. She got mad with him. And said, "This woman's a saint." Talking about because Louise was very religious. You know what I'm saying? George Jefferson's wife. And when she confronted him, and I'm glad she did. When she confronted that preacher man, she said, "You're reading from the Bible, but you don't understand what it means." And I never forget, I saw a clip on YouTube where a slave was reading the Bible, and the white man had told the slave on other slave owner, "You let your niggers read," and he said, "Go ahead and read that verse for me, son." And the little boy, look kind of light of skin, was reading the Bible. He said, "Do you understand what it means?" See, that's how I control my slaves. So, do you get my point? A lot of y'all culturally conservative on the WASP level that I am not. Okay? That's I see why when I go to work, my mentality is different. And like I said, I think like a freeman. I don't think like a slave at the house or the field. I had an issue with a sister at my job. We were cool, and she tried to defend some of the white folks at my job who are managers who are doing something wrong, and now they're approaching me. And I'm praying, I'm trying to be compassionate with this sister and this brother that they don't understand. I said, well, sometimes Zach, you're not wrong. They trying to blame you for this. Look at their mentality. Look at their cultural upbringing. Look at it. And one thing I was good in sociology, I had psychiatrist. And one thing about psychiatry, bro, he don't understand that my psychiatrist, who was a Creole passing for white, he passing for white, part Italian from New Orleans, was talking to him. That Nigerian doctor was talking me down. And guess what? When I went to go to a confession, never get the priest was telling me this, and I knew it was wrong with the dude was. And the one thing, the dude was the kind of myself. And the priest said, yeah, the way he talking to you is wrong. And we go revert back to what St. Paul said, and he mentioned this, but I read this in the Bible. St. Paul told to tell Timothy in his second letter that, that you are supposed to save our correcting kindness. You know what I'm saying? And going back what St. Paul said, love is not critical injury. A lot of our people believe that love is quick temper. So, of course, this white passing part Italian Creole brother, like I don't know with that little curl pattern hair of yours, um, who my doctor, who I snitched on, because in that Nigerian, light skinned Igbo tribe woman talking down. Yeah, I like y'all have no bias towards it. Like I read about that stuff. I contact my lawyer. My lawyer told me, you can't sue the person. Just get the Texas Health Board. Yes, I contacted that board and got that dude almost got in trouble. He lost his license. They had to give me that white man who's my doctor now and switch me. Yes, I did. So the brother who's a psychiatrist at my job do not know me that well. Yes, I will. I know that psychiatrists hold on to their own personal beliefs and biases while I don't get a degree. Like I don't know that. Okay. One thing I have a gift of discernment, baby. Hello, call like this. So I'm looking at the user. I'm like, brother, play. He camera skin like me. Do not play camera skin filler in my head. Do not play because I one thing why it put me in the position where I was working at. I put it in God's name. I got God's hand. I prayed my rosary and I said, God, I don't believe that I'm wrong in this. And it proved the fact that I'm right. And I said, hold up, second guess yourself. These two supervisors who are of acting in sin, way they were raised. They never critique where he was raised. They never critique why they made it. But one thing they don't want to lose, they want to lose their job from the white folks in charge of them. That's why they blaming me for this. So, cause I'm not no butt dancing, I'm not no boat looking, I'm no, thank you. And at the same time, I see myself as equal as the white man, cause in God's eyes, we all equal to God. Not the white man is not God. So that's the reason why some of these people here, over here, believe culturally conservative. They don't understand what you're being conservative about. Are you being conservative based on American politics, on a white enterprise level, or outside that? That's a difference, okay? And they don't question that. And our elders taught that mess to us. That's why they said I was a hard-headed child. Thank God I was, cause that's the reason why our community is so doomed. Reason why it wasn't integration, like I say, it was people coming out of segregation with a slave segregated mindset. They still hold on to it while living in a free world. You see what I'm saying? Not changing, not adapting to being free, and not changing their mentality because they changed their mentality. And one of them also was a damper of that was black nationalism. Okay, they came out of white supremacy. They tell us to stay in our place. See, one thing I don't think like a slave. These people, that's why they demonetize me. The Bible tells you that if you defend the truth, the people who got money, are gonna always try to keep you down. Will always try. You know what I'm saying? One thing folks understand: the world is evil. People who do evil things gonna get rewarded in the world. The Bible tells you that. Those who try to hold on to the truth will always be persecuted. So that's why I live in power. You think if I was trying to be obedient to the belief system, and I said no, let me be rebellious to it. And one thing, because even the folks who preach this stuff know that anytime you disobedience to the tyrant, rebellious to a tyrant is obedience to God. Ben Franklin said that. It is. Because a tyrant is preaching evil as a man, twisting the good to do evil, justify evil and calling it good. And the man who doesn't know, because remember the people, I go back to St. Peter's by obedience. to his letter. But the same man who preached that in the book of Acts say, obey God rather than man. So y'all get my point. So you got people still thinking like slaves, voting Democrat, not putting into the work of their Democrat policy. Of course they're gonna remain where they at. So to Eric Dyson, don't clue everybody in the community. Will drive a black American DNA to say that your argument because I disagree with it. And the reason why there no folks here Clinton, let me also before I end this video, I didn't vote for the old wrinkle thigh Hillary Clinton because she was a con artist. Her husband was a con artist. The best candidate was Bernie Sanders. Y'all talking about Hillary, she young. No, no, no. This woman has a track record of being racist undercover. Sue Predators, the Goldwater, she still support Goldwater. Do you know Goldwater was a segregation going against LBJ? I mean, Bernie Sanders was out there dying, fighting for our rights. Will Martin King, this white Jewish man, put his life on line. That was our president, not Hillary Clinton. Yeah, oh, Hillary Clinton. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, Master Hillary Clinton. Oh, yeah, she up for all right. No, she is friends with Trump. Y'all don't have a gift of discernment. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, for real. Hillary Clinton, hold up. I am conservative on one thing about pro-life issues. I'm a pro-life liberal. I am not for abortion, and abortion is not about a woman's choice. The reason why that abortion, one thing that I did not vote for Hillary Clinton, even the Haitian community, and I could be part Haitian because the Haitian slaves came to Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? The Haitian community did not vote because she did them wrong. You forgot before 1994, and I did look at Hillary Clinton and here in Bush, here in Bill, it with my eyes open, okay, with a side eye. Back in '94, Clinton let the Cuban refugees come over here, 93, 94. The Haitians wanted to come because in Haiti, that's why they're going to the Dominican Republic. The high yellow class in Haiti, due to colorism, do not give them opportunities. They live in poverty based on color. This goes on in Jamaica. That's why folks are bleaching their skin to get. That's the whole reason why they're doing it. Okay, the higher of it look like Colin Powell. Colin Powell folks are from Jamaica. They the one control Jamaica. You don't see them. You see the dark chocolate Vaz Contel before he changed his complexion. They're bleaching to get some jobs and how they don't want to do their hard labor down there. This goes on in Mexico. This goes on in the Dominican Republic. The color is not in Latin America. Okay? They're trying to get physically changed to get them high up. And when I saw the thing about the bleaching in Jamaica, instead of white men going overseas to get some, excuse me from language, some black pussy. Well, even though the folks are not pure black, but some black divine pussy. Okay, telling they should stay where they at. Okay, instead of going there and laying down with the women down there, once you try to get some money with your white privilege, you know what I'm saying, trying to put your, I ain't perfect, I ain't the cat, I'm gonna be real on my channel, God help me alone. A lady that fillet that fish, is what Remy Ma said in that song with Lil Kim, okay? You know what I'm saying? You trying to lay that dick and fillet that fish in Jamaica. Once you use that doggone white parents' money to hate, but down there in Jamaica, instead of laying down, telling they should stay where they are, that gets on my nerve with some white people. I'm saying some. I ain't say all. Instead of you going down from Europe and laying down and having sex, getting some going overseas, like the other YouTubers say, go overseas to Jamaica and laying down with them sisters. You talking about they should stay where they at. They shouldn't bleach their skin. Okay, well maybe if you give them some money and open business down there and teach them how to be their own boss, they don't have to worry about doing all that. Get on my nerves. I get tired of some white folks doing that. I'm for real. Point it, if you love me, you want to lay down with them. Want to get some opportunities in business and stuff. God, dog, now going over every year and some getting a tan. You can't talk about bleaching skin. You over there darking your skin in a tan. Get on my nerves. Y'all saw that document about the skin bleaching Jamaica. I said they got on my nerves. You gonna go from Europe, go overseas, you get some black pussy. Lay that dish and lay that dick and fillet that fish is what I love that song. Ring my wake me up. The morning come. This morning right now. And the point is, the truth of the matter is, why you ain't getting money. So anyway, in Jamaica, so the Haitians were trying to come over here, especially the dark skinned Haitians like Kodak Black was trying to come over here. It was Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton stopping them from come over. The caucus was trying to protest. They got arrested, okay? And they felt that since the Cubans were more lighter skinned and more Eurocentric looking, that's the reason why they Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton brought them over here, even though they did the Cuban community wrong by sending Elian Gonzalez back home to Cuba when he wasn't supposed to. Okay? Sure did. And I was against that decision. I was on the Elian staying here because in Cuba, you don't have, Castro is evil. Okay? You don't raise your kids. Y'all talking about y'all want the government raise your kids. You go live in Cuba when Castro was alive. You don't raise your kids in no damn Cuba. Castro put atheism. You want your kids to believe in God. Castro atheism forced your child in them camps to believe in no God. Okay, your parenting skills don't apply. I'm sorry, baby. Y'all talking about y'all very uneducated, don't know nothing about that situation. One thing about me, I read outside the box. Okay? People suffer of perish of a lack of knowledge. And the Bible said it in Hosea 4:6. That's why it's good to read. Use your head. Anyway, so go back to the subject. So that's why I'm saying. So Hillary Clinton did this mess. Then she had Sue President, when they got a part black child. Danny Williams, talking about Bill Clinton, looked like a high yellow version with some kinkish hair, a version of his daddy. Okay, down in Arkansas, Hillary Clinton stopped the black identified mother who used to be a prostitute and threatened, got them folks. Thank you. You don't know the secrets behind this stuff. That one was she was a rotten Hillary. I'm sorry. And I'm not voting for that right because she defending what? She friends with Trump. Anybody ask any white conservative, they know this. Hillary Clinton, the Clintons are friends with Trump. Okay? Let me say this again. So when they was telling on each other, that was all I act. She never got prosecuted. She was set up to make him win. Y'all don't understand that bullshit? Y'all could continue to be a do nothing and not know nothing. Yeah, I had to go there because you blind into the stereotype. Okay? That's why Bernie Sanders was the best candidate. He was fighting. If you do your research, during Martin King, that white man put his life on line for us to have freedom. Hillary Clinton was some intern for Goldwater. Goldwater was fighting for segregation. And still proud to be free a Goldwater intern. Y'all some crazy. And Sue Press, why you so many brothers? Prior Press, because no wonder gangster rap became famous during the 90s. So it can get to you because that 3-shot thank you. We thought back in the day, we thought it was talking about 3 shots you're out, Bill. Anybody know? It was targeted towards Africans and hit Latinos. And they promote gangster to get the youth, my generation, caught up in that mess. That was all I asked. We bought into it. Hillary Clinton ain't no good, trustworthy woman. No, that's old race, undercover race style. When Black Lives Matter came in there, she told the lead. She and I look at that mayor of New York who married to a dark-skinned sister with dreads. That time, color people's time. Well, I guess a color person should come to work late since you believe that in color people's time. As a joke, y'all don't see them. She trying to get your birth, bro. The biggest genocide in our community is abortion. It is not black on black crime. It's not AIDS, diabetes, it's abortion. She said Margaret Sanger was her role model. Do you know who Margaret Sanger is? I'm glad as a Catholic I know who she is. She founded Planned Parenthood. She was eugenist. She believed that we were feeble-minded and we were ignorant by nature. Her eugenics was founded by the cousin of Charles Darwin. The white folks call us monkeys. He believed we came out of monkeys because everybody come out of Africa. Y'all get that? You look less than a monkey. You're more human. Do you get that? Y'all get my point? Y'all might well go ahead and love Roseanne's comment. If you don't want to agree with me, I go ahead and go there. Hillary Clinton said Margaret Sanger was a role model because she believed in low birth rate, meaning you're not producing. That's why we going less than 13%. It's not the multiracial category. It's not me checking more than one box. Because how you going to have the box checking you got nobody here? Abortion. So a woman who supports your behind getting killed, thank you. So that's my point. So Eric Dyson, that's my art. I got things to take care of y'all. I got things to take care of. Don't worry about this old crazy man. My light skinned brother here. Dude, you is a hotel, you just a hustler, okay? Mentally, okay? Spiritually. I'm not reading them books. I might read some of them, just get some reference on here and there, but I'm not taking it for literally verbatim, okay? So therefore, that's why Hillary Clinton was a thought. Hillary Clinton is a no. Hillary Clinton ain't no good. She's no good. Yeah, we should have voted for Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? And he should have won the presidency. That was the best case. See, one thing y'all waking us up. That's right. I do agree on that point. Donald Trump is waking us up. That's why at my job, you got folks still asleep. The white folk, the ones on the white people don't like me. I don't care. I'm part of them. We part of them as a whole. And I recognize that. I'm not no full-blown Negro. But I'm not going to be the definition of what a Negro is supposed to be. Y'all, thank you. Y'all still hold on to them old school ideology. You better start critiquing them old school beliefs and where they come from. That's the fear complex to keep us where we at. And that's what y'all don't see.